Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Advice to Think Twice. My name is Monica. I'm here with your weekly advice readings for the week starting May 30th, 2016. And this is for Taurus. But please also watch your moon and rising sign readings as well, because they may have additional messages that may apply to you. And as always, please bear in mind these are general readings and so they may not apply to everybody watching. And if you're interested in a private reading specific to you and what you're going through, just follow the link below. It will take you to my website, and there's quite a few different types of readings for you to choose from, and I look forward to seeing you in a reading. So Taurus, let's just get started. You have an interesting week this week, okay? So the general energy for you, the overall energy of the week, is the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups talks about a bunch of things, really. The Seven of Cups talks about a time of contemplation. It's a time of really looking at our options, deciding what we want to do. This could be a week when we have a lot of options and we're finding it difficult to make a decision. The Seven of Cups could also be getting lost in contemplation, and so ending up not doing anything this week, okay? So be mindful of that. There's a time for contemplation and there's a time for action. The Seven of Cups could also be not seeing things clearly this week. I feel like you could have a lot of distractions this week. It could be very difficult for you to focus this week. You really have to make an effort to stay focused on the goal, stay focused on the task at hand. You could be looking at how you can make changes in your life this week. I feel like there's information that is becoming available to you because you have two sevens in your reading, and sevens speak to personal growth, spiritual growth, seeking the truth, okay, finding out what's true for you. And so I feel like with the Seven of Cups, there's information that is becoming available to you, something you haven't had access to before, or you just didn't know before. You didn't have access to this information. And so with this, in light of this new information, you're really looking at where you are, assessing if you're happy with that, assessing if you want to change things, and then you just pretty much start planning the different types of changes that you want to make in your life, okay? Remember, with the Seven of Cups, you're going to have to make an effort to stay focused this week. Make sure that you don't spend time contemplating, too much time contemplating, because you could be focusing on your options, just thinking about your options over and over again, and missing some opportunities that can pass you by this week because you don't act on them, okay? So be mindful of that. In your career and finances sector, we have the Five of Wands. Now, I feel like for some of you, the Five of Wands is the environment that you're working in, and I feel like it's finally getting to you. With the Five of Wands, sometimes it's productive, sometimes it talks about a creative environment where everyone has their own ideas and you do a lot of brainstorming. However, in this particular reading, it feels like this is petty fighting. It feels like you always have to cover your back, you always have to cover your tracks, you always have to prove yourself or justify what you do and how you do it to others, because I feel like there's always people kind of spying in on you at work almost. And so I feel like with the Seven of Cups, I feel like you're really getting to the point where you've had enough and you're looking at options. If you did this, what would happen? If you stayed, what would happen? If you started looking for a different job, what would happen? What would you need to do? How would your life change? And so on. For others, I feel like there's definitely competition surrounding you at work, so you need to be on your A game this week. So really, go within and search for ideas and, check in with your own inspiration and creativity this week. But then go back, okay, come back to reality and start applying what you figured out, because I feel like there's a lot of competition surrounding you at work. And while you spend your time contemplating your options, I feel like other people are getting a lot more stuff done, accomplished, and completed this week, okay? There could also be some kind of opportunity for a promotion at work. And so that's why, there's a lot of competition. So again, you need to be on your A game. You need to be present in the moment. I feel like spend some time, but it just a few minutes or a couple hours tops out of the week thinking about how you can stand out from the rest or what your plan is. But then you're really going to have to get in there and make the plan happen, okay? And for others of you, I feel like this is to do with courses, this is to do with education. You're learning something new this week. There's some kind of training happening, or this is in your studies, and you're learning a lot of new stuff this week. You could be attending a course where you have an exam at the end of the week, and so I feel like this course and this certification could definitely be opening up a lot of doors for you. So again, you're contemplating, you're thinking about all the things you could do with that piece of paper, but again, the cards are telling you, yes, that's fine, but you need to be present in the moment so that you take in the information and you can pass the exam. Because if you're just flying off into la la land all the time this week, it's not going to end very well for you, because you need to be present to take it all in, and then you can make the best of that experience. That's how you can make the best of that experience, okay? First, accomplish something, complete something, and then you can continue planning for the future. In home and family, we have the Seven of Wands, so we have another 7. And the Seven of Wands talks about a need this week when it comes to home and family and close friends connections. The Seven of Wands talks about the need to stand up for yourself, the need to defend yourself, defend your beliefs, defend your opinions. I feel like you could be extra sensitive this week, and really looking at what would make you happy, and your emotions for the most part of the week. And so you could be getting defensive a lot easier this week. So be mindful of that, okay? If people come to you and ask you questions, they're not necessarily trying to get you to justify what you're doing. I feel like also don't take work with you at home, because you could be taking that kind of defensive attitude with you at home, and there's no need for that, really. I feel like there could also be a need for some discipline within the home. I feel like there's a situation where there's been some arguments or some petty fighting or some petty drama, like I'm not speaking to that person or whatever. And so it's up to you to stand up and get everyone on the same page and get everyone refocused back on what matters, okay? And out of their emotions with the Seven of Cups. And for some of you also, I feel like you could be installing some kind of security system this week when it comes to the home, to the yard, any land you may have. I feel like you're installing a new security system to protect your possessions, to protect your property. Because there may be people, looking out for houses that are not attended to, or not, don't have a lot of security or anything like that. I feel like there's people that are looking at stuff they can take from you this week. When it comes to emotional life and love life, we have the Two of Swords. So emotional life and love life, I feel like for some of you, you may have too many options this week and you really cannot make a decision. So I feel like you may be dating a lot of people, or just meeting a lot of people this week, a lot of new people, and I feel like they're all interesting and you want to spend time with all of them and get to know all of them better. But obviously you can't do that. You pretty much have to make a choice. Or you've been dating and this is the week when you have to make a choice and you just have to stick to one. So you're contemplating your options, you're doing pros and cons, trying to make your decision easier, okay? And this is not a decision that you want to make, really, but I feel like there's something pushing you. So one of these people could be asking you to decide, or all of these people could be, if they know about each other, could be asking you to decide, or they're just asking you to just focus on them, just be with them. And so I feel like, your emotions are overwhelming you this week, and it's going to be very difficult for you to make a decision. What you need to be doing is try to control your emotional self. Try to take the blindfold off with the Two of Swords, and be logical about things, okay, if at all possible, because I feel like if you get emotional, if you try to make a decision from an emotional place, you're going to get overwhelmed really, really easily. So try to be cold a little bit, okay? Try to take emotion out of the equation. Just do pros and cons lists and so on, and be smart about this decision. For those of you in existing relationships, I feel like there may be some miscommunication this week. I feel like things are said and then misinterpreted, things are said and taken the wrong way. There could be a bit of a defensive attitude within the relationship on your part, or on the part of your partner. I feel like small talks turn to arguments, and you've got no idea how that happens this week. It happens because you may be overly sensitive and not seeing things clearly with the Seven of Cups, okay? You're not seeing things clearly, so be mindful of that. Try to ground yourself as much as possible this week. Try to focus on being balanced and centered, and always ask for clarification, okay? Always check that you understood things correctly and that your partner is understanding you correctly, and that's going to avoid a lot of trouble. When it comes to health and well-being, we have the Six of Wands, and I feel like the Six of Wands stands for a victory of sorts. So I feel like your health is going to improve this week for some of you. For others, you've been looking for a diagnosis or a treatment for quite some time, and this is the week when you meet the right doctor, or you get your diagnosis, or you get the right treatment. For others, this is a call for you to get up and just spend some time in nature. Just try to move your body, try to exercise if you can, or just get yourself going. Try to get the energy flowing, okay? With the Six of Wands, I feel like if you have any kind of health issues that are keeping you stuck in one place, like you don't have a lot of mobility, I feel like this is a week when you really need to try to keep things going. If you can't move physically, try to keep yourself entertained. Try to focus on what you can do this week. And make sure you drink enough water. That's always good advice, not just for this week. When it comes to the guidance card that we have for you, we have self-forgiveness. Let go of old guilt and remember that you're God's perfect child. Okay, so this is telling you that no matter what happens this week, don't dwell on the past. Don't dwell on the decisions that have already been made. Don't dwell on the changes that have already happened and you cannot do anything about it anymore. Forgive yourself for anything that you felt you made a mistake with. I feel like, things are blessings in disguise. Failures for us or mistakes are actually blessings in disguise because they help us learn a lesson. And if we learn it correctly, then we're not going to make that mistake again, okay? So forgive yourself and release the past. Really work on releasing any feelings of guilt or regret, okay? Because with the Seven of Cups, you could be definitely dwelling on something that is not real anymore, something that has passed, or something that can never be. So you're not really focused and you're not really present in reality, okay? And I feel like that is very, very distracting for you this week, and it's not a good week for you to be distracted. It's getting you overly sensitive. So forgive yourself for whatever you need to forgive. Forgive others around you as well, and try to release anything that is negative, anything that is holding you back, anything that is affecting your confidence and your ability to be present in the present moment, present in the now, okay? Because it's a good week for you to it's a good week. It's a week when you have to be present, okay? It's a week when you have to control your emotional self, and I feel like you're dwelling on the past with something. You're looking back to something that cannot be changed anymore. something that you have feelings of guilt or regret over, and it's going to cost you. Okay, that's what the cards are telling you. It's going to cost you. You need to be present in the now for this week, okay? In work and studies, your home life, and emotional relationships, you have to be present in the now. Okay, so that's the message that I have for you, Taurus, for this week. Let me know how it makes sense to you. Let me know how the cards resonate with you, and how your week is going, okay? I hope you have a beautiful week. I hope you have a healing week, and a week when you can get a lot accomplished, okay? And take care of yourself, and I'll talk to you soon.